Author's note. This video is my review of Sonic Prime Season 3, as told by Shadow the Hedgehog, based on Sonic the Hedgehog by Yuji Naka and Naoto Oshima, directed by Ishii Riddell, Joel Salesay, Andrew Duncan, Kieran Sandera, and Eric Wise, published by Sega Enterprises, Wild Brain Studios, Man of Action Entertainment, and Netflix. Starring the voices of Devin Mack, Brian Drummond, Adam Narada, Vincent Tong, Shannon Chan Kent, Kazumi Evans, Ian Hanlon, and Ashley Ball as Miles Tails Prower alongside his counterparts Sails, Mangy, and Nine. Rated TVY 7. Special thanks to JC Thornton for the Tails model, the Wanda Young model, and a model from another Sonic series.
We can make this work, Nine. Trust me.
The only person I can trust is myself.
This is Shadow the Hedgehog reporting in for Diamondo, here to talk about what was said to be the final season of Sonic Prime, which aired back in January of this year, and Diamondo spent 10 months on this review, eh? Well, let's take a look, shall we? Set immediately after the events of Sonic Prime Season 2, Nine has betrayed Sonic and has taken the Paradox Prism with him to build his new world on the Grim. Even more so, the multiverse is beginning to collapse. Sonic must gather everyone to defeat Nine once and for all, before all hope is lost.
Never thought I'd be glad to be back in New York.
As the namesake to my Prime counterparts, I'll have to say this. They really did raise the stakes for this final fight. Sonic and his companions felt like they were on the edge since the beginning of the final season. Worlds were being destroyed, alliances were being formed, and a threat level skyrocketed. In some ways, it made Sat AM look weak in comparison. And as I said, it's these kind of moments that put Sonic and his friends on the edge. And to that, I bet Diamondo would agree with me. Though personally, I'm the real edgelord. Change my mind. You can't.
The last batch was overwhelmed by the three of us. We will handle them.
There are some who argue that the rest of the final season was too focused on the final battle in the Grim Dimension towards Nine, and towards how the Resistance fight against him was tilted too much in his favor. In some ways, I do agree, since we have enjoyed seeing Boss Cage Maze one last time. What a shame. However, in other ways, we didn't mind Sonic's resistance group struggle against Nine during the final fight, and how Nine kept Sonic and the others on their toes. Though if anything, I kinda wish I had more screen time. You can't keep the ultimate life form down, folks, no matter what you say.
Let's teach Nine that if he messes with one of us, he messes with all of us.
This is something that I hate to admit, and I can't believe I'm saying this. But I'm glad to see Sonic evolve from being a self-centered egomaniac to a more altruistic hedgehog, where he shows how he's willing to put his life on the line to save the Shadowverse and his new friends, and how he tries to reach out to Nine, even after all of what that fox did to him. This version of the Blue Blur has come a long way since its more arrogant personality from the first episode, and big thanks to Devin Mack for his contribution to the legacy of the fastest thing alive. Though personally, I'm still a better hedgehog than he is.
The mothership! Take out the mothership!
Now, there are some people who didn't like Nine as a villain, primarily because of his whiny attitude. But compared to the Chaos Council, Diamondo and I actually thought he was far more effective as a villain, due to his tragic and yet selfish past, and how he was able to put nearly every cast member on the edge with his army of grim robots that would make Dr. Eggman look like a mere amateur. Even I admit that Nine was one of the more dangerous villains in the Sonic the Hedgehog legacy, Part of it thanks to the voice work of Rainbow Dash and Applejack herself, Ashley Ball. Though I wonder how 9 would handle my future movie counterparts. After all, he's dealing with Neo, John Wick, and Batman.
I finally realize there are things more important than a shiny rock.
If there is one complaint that Diamondo and I would make, it would be the fate of the Shadowverse, and apologies for the spoilers. On the one hand, some characters like the Rose Trio and Knuckles the Dread got some closure in the final episodes. On the other hand, others like the New York Rebellion, the Big the Cats, and most of the Boss Cage Maze barely got any closure, or no closure at all. Furthermore, the idea that it wound up with a cosmic retcon instead of having Green Hill coexist with the Shadowverse didn't go as well as we thought. No offense to my counterparts, but I would have figured out how to make sure both universes exist. We didn't need to prove 9 right with that stunt.
I am the ultimate life form. I go wherever I want.
Though it was a step down from Season 2, Sonic Prime Season 3 concluded with an epic fight that placed the fate of the universe in the air. It's a shame that the series ended after those 7 episodes, because I wouldn't mind more from the series. But still, it was fun while it lasted for the fastest thing alive. Dear Sega, please produce another animated Sonic series. Your fans would appreciate it. So says I, the ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog. This is who I am.
Sonic!